Hello everybody, Anthony Gonzalez with another letter from our mailbag. This one comes from Daniel in Parma, and it states quite simply, President Trump said the Republicans are going to be the party of healthcare. What's your plan to replace Obamacare? So first off, thank you for the letter. Great question. As you may have seen a few weeks back, I wrote an op-ed in the Plain Dealer and on Cleveland.com that basically acknowledged your point, which is we need a health care plan. The Republican Party needs a health care plan, but more importantly, the American people need a health care plan that's actually going to work for them and their families. It's my belief that nobody in this town has really cracked the code here. I think Obamacare had some things that I like around pre-existing conditions, and the Medicaid expansion has been good for Ohio in terms of taking care of our opiate-addicted population. But beyond that, I really dislike the bill. I don't think it worked very well. It almost doubled premiums for everybody in Ohio who's in the market. And so that certainly wasn't the answer. Medicare for all, I think, would be even worse. On top of the fact that we can't afford it, I actually think everybody would hate it if it ever got implemented. You would have the government telling you what's covered, what's not covered, what hospitals you can go to, what doctors you can see. That's the only way you could realistically pull that off, which is similar to what they do in Canada and the UK. And that's why you see a lot of medical tourism into the US from those countries. So I don't think you'd like it. Now, it's not good enough to just say what I'm not for, so what am I for? I believe in a handful of things, and I'm going to roll out a comprehensive plan in the coming months. As you can imagine, healthcare is a big thing to get your arms around, so we're taking our time. We're meeting with as many constituencies as we can, getting as much input as we can, but I really want to orchestrate my plan around a handful of principles. Number one, I don't think anybody in this country should ever go bankrupt as a result of healthcare costs. So end medical bankruptcies in the United States of America. I think that's something we can do, and we can actually afford to do that. So that's principle number one. Number two, we need to protect people with pre-existing conditions. First bill I sponsored, co-sponsored as a member of Congress would have done just that. That'll be a part of my plan. And third, we need to reduce the size and scope of the federal government in limiting choice. We need to empower you and your family to find the health care plan and plans that work best for you. This will drive down costs. This will ensure there's competition in the market, broad-based competition, real competition, which is not what you have today. And it'll drive down costs, and it'll allow us to expand coverage. And so those are my goals for healthcare. If you have any more feedback, or anybody watching this video, please let me know. This is a huge priority of mine. I want to make sure that I get this right, and I want your input. I'm not here saying I have all the answers, but I'll be able to articulate something if I have your input. So thank you for the letter, and thank you for listening.